You can remove comments on actual videos? I thought if you're a mod, it's just for the live stream. Can you really? I didn't know that. You're able to delete the comments off the videos too? You report them for spam, then they disappeared? Reported them for spam and then they disappeared, really? Like, is that as a mod, or is that just as anybody can do? It only disappears for you? Oh. So they're still there. I left the comments because, well, one reason is because they are the ones commenting the most, and without their comments, the videos don't have that many comments or engagement, so it's kind of like a catch-22 because the people that go nuts in the comments are the haters, generally speaking. For whatever reason, like, fans or supporters don't really comment nearly as much as people who are haters. And comments are good because they boost engagement. Also, I figure that they are, like, kind of proving me right. Like, when I make a video that says so-and-so, like, these Milky Way puppets are constantly just lying and saying that FMP is a virus, a malware, and such. I make a whole video on that, and then what happens? The comments blow up with them proving me right. They're just like, malware, 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 it's malware. But, like, they don't have anything of substance to say. They don't have any examples of it or any proof or any cases where it's been shown. Like, they have nothing to support that. All they have are just stupid accusations or, like, just fake lies. And when I make a video on that and then they just blow up the comments section confirming exactly what I'm saying, it just makes them look dumb. It just makes it look like what I'm saying is true. Especially when it comes from the same accounts just spamming it over and over. It's like, there, you see? Like, that's my point. You proved my point. You're stupid and you're lying. It's, like, really plain to see, I think. I mean, I don't know who's going to read those comments and not see through it. Oh, man. I wasn't even paying attention that you were on Death Hook. I mean, I'm not always on top of what's going on at all times in these games. Especially when there's 4 gens and you got, like, 2 people on Death Hook. I mean, you're free to be in the Discord with me, so that way you can say, oh, I need to get wiggled out, I'm dying. FMP is apparently run by Russians, so what's not impossible? See, Ada's dying now, and I don't even know it. What's not impossible? Anything can be possible. How do you know Milky Way doesn't have malware? I mean, it doesn't take a genius to see through, like, what they're doing. They put right on their webpage, beware of similar looking domains as They are not affiliated with us. They are 100% malicious, fraudulent, spreading malware. How could they possibly say that about every other software that is not theirs? Like, it's not rocket surgery, and it's not brain science. They're putting that there clearly so that people are afraid to use any other program besides theirs. That's all it is. They just want the monopoly on the customers, and they hate FMP because FMP made a better program and is taking their customers. I've only been using FMP like a few weeks now, and I've already brought them over 20 customers. And Milky Way doesn't like that. So, like, that's all it is. They're just mad. Is this guy quitting? No. Ada will get more if she gets down. They're the biggest and most trusted provider. Yeah, but just because you constantly hear their name and because they have a bigger reputation, you're talking about FMP is in Russia. They're not as known. So what? That doesn't mean that their product isn't better. That doesn't mean that they're not nicer people. I mean, I'll be straight up. Milky Way software caused me a lot of problems. My computer was constantly crashing. It was hard to load in and get things working. There was always one error after another. I mean, just go watch my videos on it. I didn't sit there and make like 15-minute videos on it so that somebody can come in here and debate me on it. Like, I made the videos so that people can know about it. And not only were there problems with the program, but when I went to them and said, hey, are you gonna fix any of this? And mind you, I went like very politely. I said, hey, like, I'm having this issue, it's crashing my computer. Do you think this is gonna get fixed anytime soon? What did they do? They yelled at me and cussed me out, called me a Karen, and told me to get out, and just took everything away. Just like that. Said, literally, I quote, they said, because I said I made a playlist that had over 1,500 videos promoting Milky Way. And their words to me were, we don't care if you made 100,000 videos for us. Get out. They didn't want me. Why? Because I questioned their program? And then what happened is I got several people messaged me. Oh, she's toast. Well, several people messaged me saying that they had bad experiences with Milky Way, but they were afraid to say it because they said that the way that Milky Way is that they censor you. If you say anything that disagrees with them or paints them in a bad light, like an honest review, they kick you out and block you. Like, their support, I'm not gonna say like all their staff is terrible, because there are people that are on their staff that I'm still friends with that are not like that. But like their main staff and the way that they run things and their little puppets that do all their dirty work, I don't know. I just think they're gross people. Obviously not all of them. And they're like, a lot of them are two-faced. They would be in my Discord. They would join my Discord, but then they would be like behind the scenes. It's like they're like two-faced friends. Once again, not all of them. Like some of them I'm friends with. But I'm just talking about in general, like the ones that are actually representing what the support and the main people are like. I don't know if this is true, but I've had people come to me and say that they are giving people free licenses, like free licenses to basically say bad things about FMP and block me from their streams and spam my videos with comments. Like, people on the inside come to me and tell me these things. And of course I can't say like who they are, because they'll be kicked out of Milky Way and they'll be you know, put on the canceled list. I don't know what happened this game. Anyway, like I said, the more people that bring it up in the chat, it just gives me an opportunity to... So, see, you guys realize, like, I don't bring up Milky Way. I just don't bring them up because I don't care about them. As far as I'm concerned, it's as if they don't exist, but they obviously do exist, and the more people just keep putting things in my chat and my comments, it's like they're asking for it. Like, you want my opinion? I'm giving you my opinion. I think, honestly, FMP, from a standpoint of reliability and stability, is way better. Functionality, way better. Interface, way better. You can do things with FMP that you can't do with Milky Way. It's just all around better. The support is insanely better. Like, I just put in the chat, hey, it would be cool if we could do A, B, and C. And before that day was over, I'm talking like 6 hours later, I went to go to work, and I came back like 6 hours later, and I see messages saying, oh, these are the new features, and it's all the stuff that I said that would be cool. I didn't even think that they would do it. I was just saying, hey, it would be cool if you could do this, this, and this. And that same day, they made those changes. And as far as support goes, like, they get on a screen share with me immediately, and if I have any issues with anything, they just walk me through and fix anything as you know, as fast as can be. But there really aren't any problems, not compared to Milky Way. I mean, when I was using Milky Way for like 2 months, it was so stressful because I had to like alter my whole computer to make things function, and they still wouldn't function, and everything would crash, and things would freeze up, and it would like mess with my other programs, and then it was a big headache. There were a lot of times I didn't even want to play or even use Milky Way because it was so frustrating. And then I would go and ask for help, and then I'd sit there for like hours sometimes trying to troubleshoot things. It's not like that with this. With FMP, it's almost like you click a button and you're in. So anyway, I mean, you're going to keep bringing up Milky Way, and then I'm going to go on a rant about it because I mean, as far as I'm concerned, anyone in here bashing on FMP and supporting Milky Way is, as far as I'm concerned, you're probably being compensated in some way by Milky Way, or you're like a staff member or something like that. Because nobody that I know that's tried FMP has said anything bad about it. Even people that are with Milky Way that have tried FMP will still say that they love FMP. And I've just found the character, the people's character, I don't know, maybe it's a thing with Russians, are more respectful. I couldn't tell you. They definitely seem smarter. They definitely seem like they're more intelligent. And I'm not saying, I'm just saying like in general. But as far as respect goes, they just seem cooler and nicer. I don't know. Hell no, Milky Way staff are shady. I don't trust them all. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wanted to, and I tried to, and I thought I could, but they just proved to be like beyond shady. Like, nobody trusts Russians, especially not with explain. That's just you. Like, so far, all I'm reading is you. Like, you're the only one in this chat saying this, and you're just gonna say nobody trusts Russians. Like, you sound like CNN or something. Milky Way is easy to buy and trustworthy, while FMP is unknown, ran by evil Russians. Look, can somebody just mute this person? Evil Russians. There's multiple ways to kill the got some players. I'm surprised. Yeah. Milky Way staff, yeah, that's true. They're shady. So you just ignore FMP is owned by Russians? I don't have a problem with Russians. Like, Russians didn't do anything to me. Milky Way treated me like garbage. The Russians have been cool with me. They've been really nice. I don't have an issue with them. I don't judge people based on their nationality or their skin color or their sexual preference or their race or gender or anything like that. I base people on the way that they treat me and the way that they treat other people, like the character. I don't base it on, oh, they're from here so they can't be trusted. Like, that mindset is flawed. I mean, until the Russians do something wrong to me, I don't have a reason to not trust them. You know, it's like Milky Way has proven to me that they're not trustworthy. I don't care if they're a leading provider. So what that their name is more known? That doesn't mean anything. Am I biased now? I mean, everyone's biased. Why wouldn't I be biased? Like, okay, you got team A treats me like trash, programs run like trash, and then you got team B, programs run pretty darn good, and they treat me pretty darn good. Who am I going to be biased towards here? It's not that difficult. I remember the crashes. Why are you ignoring the fact that FMP is owned by Russians? Because, like I said, don't care. Like, that doesn't mean anything to me. Stop yapping for 1 second. Why? So we can listen to you yap in my stream? You're trying to take over? Why are you here? I love that you got so much better treatment from FMP. I do too. I was surprised. And you know what the funny part is? It was people at Milky Way staff and Milky Way users that sent me to FMP. The same ones, well, some of the same ones that are crying malware in my comments are some of the same people. I mean, just go watch the videos I made on it. It's all there.
All right, I'm on it.
You're on it.
Yep, already on it.
Last time I was working, you worked for Milky Way. They kicked me out. I questioned their programs. They kicked me out. Treated me like trash.
May I summarize it for them? So Milky Way decided to kick out Trolling Prophet, one of the best producers they ever had, because of his very mature way of explaining things and his game activity, which was very positive. So that was a very negative thing to be treating a producer of that level. So Milky Way made a horrible mistake. Anyways, Trolling went on to a much better cheesing website where he's treated very respectfully and thought very high of. And they keep giving him massive amounts of discount because he's sharing their cheese, helping people get the cheese, and also the cheese is very nice.
Look at this person. Trump is owned by Russians and he's running for president. Priorities me. What? What? What does Trump have to do with this?
You know what Trump has to do with it.
I'm confused right now. Like, how did this turn into, like, politics? I'm glad somebody's muting them, though, because I'm just... It's just annoying, that's all. All they're trying to do is come over here and turn my stream into an advertisement for Milky Way. Like, that's all they're trying to do. They kicked me out. They didn't want anything to do with me. And now they're mad that I'm bringing FMP customers and people are realizing that FMP is better than Milky Way. So now they want to come over here and hijack my stream and try to take it over with their influence. Like, go away. You don't want me? You didn't care what I thought when I worked for you? Like, why are you here? Go away. Nobody's talking about you anymore.
Yay. Yay.
Milky Way, how dare you show us what karma feels like.
I don't bring them up. I only respond when they show up here and they just can't get enough. Like, they won't go away.
Like a mosquito? Just flying around, bugging you. Till you swat it.
3 accounts he made it after he's been muted. I don't know. I feel like it's like the same 3 people just making multiple accounts. What hacks are you using? FMP. FMP.su. Links in bio. Trolling_profit discount code. Promo code. 20% off. I feel like a broken record. If you just go to my bio, there's a link there. It will take you to my Discord. All the links of everything are in there. All the information's in there. Yeah, they're sending their goons to terrorize my streams. I know. They don't want anything to do with me. They don't like me. They talk trash about me. They talk trash about FMP, but they always show up. They always show up and they want to like be the loudest voice in my chat.
All right, I got a plan.
I've never even used Milky Way, LOL. I'm just trying to understand the reason for you using an unknown risky. Hey, you know what? Let me explain it to you again. I'm going to try to make it in like really simple terms for the simple-minded. Okay? I tried Milky Way. To me, they were unknown. They were untrusted because I didn't know who they were. Okay? I took people's words for it. People said, use Milky Way. I tried it. I used it. They gave it to me for free. I trusted people that said that it is what it is, and I used it, and I had a lot of problems with it. Don't get me wrong, when it ran fine, it ran pretty fine. It's not bad. It's not like terrible. It did what it was supposed to do when it worked. I had a lot of problems with it. Okay. Then when I asked the staff about fixing those problems or when they might be addressed or worked on, I was treated like complete garbage. And then I was basically told to shut up and bow down, or I'm gonna have the program taken away from me. And my response was, but you know, I've made you a whole bunch of videos, like I brought you a lot of customers, like why are you treating me like this? And once again, their response was basically like, shut up, you're not important to us, you're expendable, you're disposable, you're nothing to us. And that conversation led to me being kicked out of Milky Way. So I felt very mistreated. Once again, this is in my Discord as well. If you go in my Discord, you can go to the section that says, it'll say best cheese, and that will lead you to FMP with coupon code and all. You'll get best unlocker if you don't want to use cheese and you just want to have everything unlocked, cosmetics, skins, perks, add-ons, items, offerings, prestiges, all that stuff, but you don't want to use cheese, then there is a link for that. Then it'll go on to give you links for hardware spoofers and DBD accounts and things like that. Meg's gonna die again. Sorry, too little, too late. So there's that. And then there will be a section that says moldy cheese. And in there, you can actually read the conversation with the Milky Way support in which they mistreated me. And you could judge for yourself. And most people who read it can clearly see that I was mistreated. The only people who are siding with Milky Way are just Milky Way people that are going to side with Milky Way because their loyalty goes to Milky Way for whatever reason. They're biased. Okay, so that's all there. What else? So back to the point. Untrusted, okay. So then after that, I was going to just probably not use any cheats anymore, or just play legit for a while. Like, I was just gonna take a break from everything. And Milky Way's own people told me, hey, check out FMP. It's like Milky Way. It's basically like a copy of Milky Way. From what they said is, it's like the next best thing if you can't get Milky Way. And I can't get Milky Way, even if I wanted to buy Milky Way, which I wouldn't, but I couldn't because I'm literally banned from their website. My IP address is banned from their website. I'm banned from their Discord. They literally kicked me out, and that was it. Like, blocked me. The support guy blocked me. Okay, so they cussed me out, they insulted me, and kicked me out. All right, so I reached out to a few other places, FMP, Nirvana, Chod's Cheats, and all I did was I messaged them and I said, hey, I was advertising for Milky Way. I was bringing them some customers. I feel like they mistreated me. I'm looking for someone else to advertise to. It was basically as simple as that. I sent them my YouTube channel. Most of them didn't really respond, or if they did respond, they had some questions. And always winning. Oh, I'm telling a little story right now because we have people in the chat that are being slightly obnoxious and annoying. And so, long story short, I tried FMP the same way I tried Milky Way, and I gave them a chance. No one told me it was malware. Nobody even told me that. Even the people that were from Milky Way did not tell me anything about this being malware. Didn't even hear that. And so I tried it, and I had a much better experience from the functionality of it, the reliability of it, the stability of it, the interface, the features, and most importantly, the way that I was treated by the staff and the users. And I don't care if they're Russian, because where they're from doesn't matter to me. If somebody shows respect and treats me like a human being, then that's all that matters. So I don't care who Milky Way is. If they disrespected me and treated me like garbage, then to me that means they're not trusted. And so I gave FMP the same chance that I gave Milky Way, and at the current time FMP has proven to be better in all ways. So, like for instance, you know, some of the features are just very simple that Milky Way doesn't have, but FMP does. And sorry, Ada. So just things as simple as, like, if I want to teleport to Nancy, right? I just look at Nancy and teleport to her. If I want to go to Ada, I just look at her and teleport to her. You can't even do that with Milky Way. Same thing if I wanted to heal, right? If I wanted to heal Nancy, I would look at her and start healing her. Likewise, if I wanted to heal Ada, I would look at her and start healing her. You can't do that with Milky Way. So I don't care who came first and who's more known. The bottom line is FMP is just better. At least that's my opinion at this point in time. I don't think it's going to change. I'm not a Milky Way ad. Well, you guys sound like it.
So what's going on? Y'all winning?
Yeah, it's just my chats and my comments get flooded with like mad Milky Way users who want to take over my stream and turn it into an advertisement for Milky Way, but all it does is it gives me an opportunity to explain why Milky Way is not as good as FMP.
Trash.
And otherwise I wouldn't bring it up. Like I don't bring this stuff up. As far as I'm concerned, they don't exist. But if they're gonna come into my chat and constantly...
Does it really matter, man? I don't know. Like, it's just drama, llama, drama. You tried like just ignoring it.
Yeah, but it just gets annoying because they don't go away. They flood my comment section.
Well, like if you're gonna feed it, man, like they don't have to, right? Like they feed it. I feed on it. You know, when they don't leave in the end game, when I've completely dominated them. It's fun to just sit there and like enjoy the moment. Like you don't need to feed it. Just let them talk about Milky versus FMP versus how good dinner is. I mean, I don't care. I mean, they can say I'm good. I won't complain.
Well, for how Big Show's OP, you know, they couldn't handle this.
See, all they do is they say stuff like, oh, well, FMP is crack this or copy that or untrusted Russians malware. Like, that's all they say. But the bottom line is FMP runs better and FMP treated me better. And like, that's it in a nutshell. And so I go with...
So are you in a game? Like, let me cut the brass tacks here. How close are you? How many gens?
Well,
like?
gens are done. But I'm playing with people who...
Survivor?
Yeah, but I'm playing with people who they just want to like torture the killer. But they expect me to save them every 2 seconds. And that means like...
If the killer's boring, I just want to leave.
Oh no, they are like torturing the killer. And it just means I can't do much of anything besides constantly... No, that's the thing. They're not cheesing. I'm the only one. So I got to constantly save them. I got to constantly wiggle them out, pick them up, stop them from bleeding out. And at the same time, like, gens don't get done.
It sounds like every game we're in.
It's just like my whole experience is like picking people up and wiggling them out.
I feel like quite the wiggly time.
Yay!
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 Little Wiggly.
It's like a little piggly wiggly, if you ask me.
But see, I just gave, like, I gave for the people, but, like, they just go right back down.
Hey, trolling, do you have a full squad?
I don't know. I think it's full at the moment, but you're trying to get in.
Yeah, if it's full, I won't bother. But if it's not, that's fine.
All right, quick revive. You've said your point. Like, you've said what you think, that you don't think that they're trustworthy. You don't have to keep saying it though over and over, because like nobody wants to hear it.
Trustworthy. Every time you say
And Lunaire, FMP spoofer might be cracked, but let me tell you something. It runs way better than Milky Way spoofer. Milky Way spoofer crashed my computer every day, multiple times a day. The FMP spoofer doesn't. It works really well. So I don't care where it came from. I don't care if it's cracked. I don't care if it's stolen. I don't care where something comes from if it works. And that's the difference. You guys can be like, Milky Way this, Milky Way that, Milky Way, Milky Way, Milky Way. But you know what? Their programs are crap. They don't work. Their customer support is trash. Their personalities are nasty and disgusting. And you know what? So far, I like Russians better.
Drama alert.
You know what I like? You know what I like really doing?
What?
Trolling.
What? I can't even save everybody. I can't even save them.
Well, I don't have a TikTok account, so I can't see your stream.
It's just me constantly picking people up and saving them over and over and over and over.
Rip.
Not all heroes were caged.
I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on. I think they're just trying to like torment the killer as much as possible, but it's gonna end with them dying because I can't save them every single time.
Go on.
I'm gonna let her kill me. They put her through too much. I'll go be with Bree. She got 2 kills. Oh man, it's exhausting, like, dealing with these comments. I feel like maybe I just need to go put the block words and just block certain words for being in the chat.
What think about the butter?